channel. Today we will be doing something a little fun and different. So we are going to be switching from my Mulberry A6 agenda to my Moterm. So actually did a poll on Instagram because that's how I'm making planner decisions going forward now, because it makes it a lot easier on me. I've been debating on going back to this because the Moterm A6 agenda, and this is a true A6 agenda. It's not personal size. I do get asked that whenever I share this one. For those of you that don't know, if you shop on Amazon and you type in A6, sometimes personal size comes up. And so you just want to make sure that you're purchasing the right item if you're looking at that. Planner shops are really good at telling you like which ones are which, but like Amazon specifically, a lot of sellers and resellers will put in A6 and it's actually personal size, or vice versa. So something to call out. So we are going from A6 to A6, and I like the space on here, but also I can store a lot. And so if I want to take this with me, which I'm thinking about kind of doing again, I feel like this has a lot of space to put like all my stickers and everything. I love my Mulberry, but it doesn't really have space for my stickers unless I put it on the rings, which I'm already at capacity on the rings. And that's another reason too why I was debating on doing the switch, because I want to put in weekly inserts in here, and I somewhat started that, and that's honestly what initiated the shift. So we'll go over all that as we set this up. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. So again, this is the Moterm. I'll have everything linked below, including the specific link to this one, inserts, discount codes, etc. Inside of here on the rings, we have the fluted dashboard, which I love. And we're gonna keep this up front. It's too heavy for my Mulberry ring, so I don't keep it on there. And then the agenda itself came with this like perpetual flyleaf cover, and you can use it to separate, like to organize. I'm just gonna use it as a page lifter in the back. I have used it in the past to separate different sections, but I don't think we're gonna do that this time around. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. So we're gonna open up the rings, and I'm gonna keep the focus on here. So we're gonna start with my first tab. This is the editorial vellum tab, dividers from cloth and paper. And then we're gonna keep my inbox and outbox behind this section. And so this part hasn't changed. These are things that work really well, is having these together in this first tab, or at least together in general. So inbox and outbox. And then we have my second tab. And so this is what I've been referring to as my reference section. So this is my reference and list planner. First part is the inbox outbox, second part is reference, and the last part is the lists. And then it kind of varies from time to time. Behind this, we'll have 3 tabs. And so what I'm thinking is the first tab, and then this is what I want to use. So I have this weekly vellum from cloth and paper, and then this is the weekly start to the inserts that I'm thinking about adding back in. So I want to have this monthly view back in, and so we're going to keep that. And they came with the weekly inserts. And so these are the weekly inserts that I think I purchased initially for this planner. And I'm thinking about just, as y'all can see, keeping them in here. And so I have September, and then I want to keep the months, but now that I'm in the bigger rings, I want to add additional months to here. So prior to doing this, I wasn't able to because there wasn't enough room in my Mulberry, but now I have the option to do that because the rings are significantly bigger here. So I don't know where the last page of October is. Let me see if I can find it. All right, so I have the last sheet of October, found it. And then we have November. So the month on 2 page right before the weeks. And then I also have December. So that's all in here. So we're gonna add just the rest of the year. Then the next tab is my finances. So I have this monthly vellum. And then for finances, I have an inbox from Infinite Lotus, as well as the Infinite Lotus expenses inserts. After that is my content planning section. And so we have the intentional planning dashboard from cloth and paper. And then these are the task grid, I believe is what they're called, notes. Again, everything will be linked below. And so I use these once a month for content planning. And then that is the reference section, and then we go into the list section. So first is just my list. So we have the tasks and to-dos, vellum paired with the travel dashboard, I believe. And then I have order trackers from Infinite Lotus. And then this is the dual column list, the master list, which is 4, and then the single column lists. And now I can add additional inserts again in here because I have more space. And then the next tab is my favorite tab, which is my reading tab slash section. So I have the archive vellum. This is, I think, one of the newer dashboards from Cloth and Paper. I want it for all of my agendas. I just need a place in order. And then I have the reading list from Infinite Lotus. And so this is everything that I pretty much read, like dark romance wise, suspense wise. And then I have a separate section for my Star Wars reading, which is divided by this dashboard from Cloth and Paper. And then these are I believe they're the journal inserts from Cloth and Paper that I repurposed for my Star Wars reading. And then the last section is just a note section. So I like having note inserts in all of my planners. And then I also, to provide some structure, I have the meetings and notes vellum, the don't settle dashboard, and then the project inserts, which I have one for my final defense from Cloth and Paper. And then this is a freebie from a paper code that I just hole punched and have inside of here. So that is this last section. So kind of like a little miscellaneous, but just general notes. Again, book, lists, content planning, finances, weekly planning, and then my inbox and outbox. And so let's see how this looks. So yeah, so that fits everything on here perfectly. So we'll probably definitely keep everything in here. And then if I want more space, I can remove the flyleaf. Actually, I might remove the flyleaf after all, because I want to add more note inserts while I have this here. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, I have more space. And then I only need one pen holder, so this will be fine. I don't need that part. And then, like I said, there's plenty of storage because you have the flaps here. You have the secretarial pocket, all of these. And then I found that I can keep my whiteout in here, which I really like because this is now everything that I need in one. So this is the Moterm. And like I said, we're just gonna rest the rings now for this agenda. So I'm just gonna put it to the side and we're gonna use this one. And I'm really excited because I think it's actually perfect for fall since it's more of like, it's the taupe, so it's more of a fall color. And then I'm excited to just try it out. So yeah, that is this. And then I don't know if I want to switch up dashboards or anything. I kind of want a different one. Maybe we can use this one from Cloth and Paper. I don't know. Ooh, or my mountain one. I might need to go find that one. Well, I'll keep this one here for now, but we have that. And then let me grab this. And we are just going to hold everything together. And I want to be able to add some sticky notes back here. So I might only clip for when I need it. And then these are paired and now I can easily put to the tab as well. So that is the Moterm setup. And then other than that, I think that is going to be it for this video. I'll do a separate video setting up the weeks. I did promise a plan with me in the middle of the month, and so we'll probably just set this section up in that video. And then I can kind of share all of that just in a separate video, and then that way it's dedicated to just planning. So yeah, other than that, that is going to be it for this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. As of right now, this is my little planner duo, so I haven't really been using the half letter. I have it for work and I've primarily been using it for notes, but everything that I've been needing for work, I haven't needed the planner for. It's still set up for work and I still want to keep it, but I just honestly haven't touched it, and so I just wanted to point that out. These are the two that I have primarily been using. So, well, the Mulberry obviously, but then also the jam. So yeah, other than that, that is gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.